Hey everyone, this is your girl Janae, and happy Thursday, July 7th. I am sorry I actually did not get a vlog up yesterday for a couple of reasons. One, I had a really bad toothache. Still in a little bit of pain, but I have a dentist appointment, and I was able to take some medication to kind of dull the pain a little bit. And then two, you know, my heart was really heavy, and this is, to be honest with you, it's not going to be a vlog. It's going to be me chatting with you guys, but it's not a vlog in the natural sense. As you guys know, there has been a lot of just crime and violence in the news. From July 4th weekend to the, I believe, close to 80 deaths or 80 gunshot victims, and I believe 14 deaths in Chicago, to Alton Sterling, to also the shooting that occurred last night or yesterday in Minnesota, and the young lady who was on Facebook Live. And then just thinking about Michael Brown and the 12-year-old boy that was playing with the toy gun in the park. Like, you know, when you think about the kind of senseless acts that are being done to black people, it's scary, especially for black men. You know, as a black woman, we nurture and we hold and carry our men, and to know that we already are praying, you know, vigorously for the men in our lives, but to know that there's a fear in so many women when their husbands, their sons, their brothers, their uncles, their fathers, their grandfathers walk out the door. It's a scary sensation to know that there's a chance and a possibility that, you know, our black men are being targeted. We feel like they're being targeted, and it hurts. And I know that a lot of people are upset about the All Lives Matter hashtag. And the thing is that I agree, all lives do matter. They absolutely do. However, in this time, in this moment that we're in, black people, especially our black men, are being targeted. And someone put that they're being exterminated. They're being, you know, and when you think about it, it has this feeling of just like, it just wrenches my heart to know that so many men are being pulled over, are being targeted just for being black. And it's so scary. Like, you know, I realized last night, for example, I was driving home late, and as I was driving, I literally saw 6 different police cars that had someone pulled over. And out of those 6 police cars, 5 of them were black men. I'm not saying that these black men didn't break some traffic law, because I wasn't there, I don't know. But just to see that was very disheartening. And then it also brought a thought to my mind of when I was with my ex, and we were young. We had just got our first car together, and he was driving to the store. It was a holiday weekend, if I'm not mistaken. It was a July 4th weekend, actually. And the car was brand new. The car had, you know, it was new, so it had, everything was proper, everything was ready to go. But he was pulled over and targeted because he was a black man in a nice car. He had done nothing wrong. And even when they pulled him over and realized that the car was his and that he hadn't done anything wrong, they started nitpicking. Like, he had the little tree hanging from the window, and so he snatched it down. But they gave him a ticket because it was obstructing justice, even though he took it down. And then, like, it just turned into like this big deal over nothing, over the fact that you saw a young black man in a nice car. You decided to pull him over. And then I remember after that having to pray about our black men, and I had a fear and I was scared, but it didn't feel like it feels today. Like today, I literally am scared for our black men. I look at my coworkers, I look at, you know, my congregation members at church, I look at my friends, my family, and it scares me every time they walk out the door. And we should not have a fear of the people that are here to protect us. We should not have a fear of someone that goes to an academy to protect and serve and then gets ordained to go out and protect the community. Not protect one group, not protect one person, not to protect one religion, not to protect everyone. And we are losing confidence in our police force. And I'm not saying that there are amazing, great, law-abiding police officers out there. I know it because I know people that work for the police force. So I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that we're losing confidence in the police. When we meet an officer that isn't targeting us, we're almost amazed at that. But the fact that we are scared. As a black woman driving home last night, I was scared. Like, as a black woman, I was scared driving home last night. And I shouldn't be scared. Like, if I was to get pulled over, it should be for me doing something wrong, or for a cop letting me know that my lights are out, or for whatever, for safety reasons. But for me to be pulled over and literally be shaking and scared and afraid of what could possibly happen is sad. Or even the fact that we are teaching our kids these days to, if a cop says something to you, you obey every single thing. You don't reach for anything. You look straight ahead. You listen to every command. Like, you know, like, we're instilling these things in our kids because we're afraid that if they make the wrong move, we are afraid that something will happen. And that is disheartening. That is sad. And the thing is that I am at a point now, after all of this, where I feel like it's always been in me to know that something needed to be done. Something needs to be done. But now I know for a fact that we have to do something. Now, what is that thing? I don't know. I don't know what that thing is just yet. But as you can see, I said just yet, because I know that at some point there is something that we can do. We just have to figure out what that thing is. And the thing is that yes, we can post on social media. Yes, we can get together and rally. But what is that thing that's going to affect change? Is that reaching out to our leaders and doing petitions or getting bills passed? Like, what is that thing that's going to make a difference? What is that thing that's going to change the situation? That's where I'm at now. My brain has been thinking all day. Like, my heart was heavy, but my brain was hard at work, because we have to figure out what that thing is that we can do to affect change, and we have to figure that out today. We can't no longer be on the sidelines of injustice. Like, this is ridiculous. This is hurting our black men. This is causing pain in our community. This is causing fear. And the bad thing about fear is when you get a group together that is afraid, that can be very dangerous. It can be dangerous in two ways. One, there's either going to resort to violence, which is something we don't want, but fear does that to us a lot of times. Or two, we are going to rise up. And when I say rise up, I mean in a way to affect change, rise up. And I know that these things are going to happen. I know that the change is going to happen. I don't know how that's going to happen. I don't know, because I feel like right now I don't see our leaders stepping up, or I don't see them saying what the next step is or how we can affect change. And I feel like, and we can't rely on one person. We can't wait on someone, because sometimes while we're waiting, things are happening. For example, look at what's going on now. We were frustrated when the 12-year-old boy was shot. We were frustrated when Michael Brown was shot. And we're still frustrated. And now we have lost 2 more black men. And now we're at a point where we have to rise up. We have to affect change. And so I don't know. I don't know what that is. I'm still trying to figure it out. I literally was thinking about, do we host a mother-son event and invite our leaders? Do we put on, do we do a Q&A forum and we get our leaders together to answer these questions and let us know that we should feel safe? Do we put something together where we, almost like the Million Man March, where we get our men together and implore them to stand up and we figure out a way to fight this injustice? And like I said, I don't know what this is. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I have 1,001 ideas in my head, but I'm trying to get that one that's going to affect change, because we need change. I think about my family. I think about the men in my life, and to see the 15-year-old son of Alton Sterling break down during that conference broke my heart. And so many parents, wives, sisters, brothers, like so many people have been in that exact same situation in this last year, 2 years, because of just what's going on in the world. And we have to figure this out. We have to figure it out. And I know that I'm just one person, but this one person is going to try hard to figure out a way to bring this community together, to really create change in the injustice that is happening. So if you have an idea, if you know of a way that we can all come together, I am asking you to put it in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know how we can make a change. And for those that are truly about the all lives matter, like I said, I agree with you. Every life matters, every single life. But right now, in this moment where we are today, Black lives matter, because we're losing them too quickly, and we have to change that.